G'day everyone, Jason here with a review of some of the video music maker sets. So we have set number 43101 Punk Pirate Beatbox. We have 43105 Party Llama Beatbox, 43106 Unicorn DJ Beatbox, 43104 Alien DJ Beatbox, and 43102 Candy Mermaid Beatbox. And then the final one, 43107 Hiphop Robot Beatbox. So that is the packets. So each of these comes in a box. They come with 16 special effect beat bits included. So you get a whole bunch of printed tiles, which I think are random. It looks like you've got a storage place for them, and then you can set them up on the little display stand with the minifigure. So there's an exclusive minifigure, so you know which minifigure you're getting for each of these ones, unlike the blind box ones. And obviously you can use the app, and there's a whole bunch of information about the app. And then there's the minifigure picture on the back, and just telling you all the details, and then a bit more about the whole app on the side. So each of the box is different for each of these, but they're about $25 Australian, which is pretty expensive for a minifigure and some printed tiles. But let's open them up and see what we get. Okay, so out of the packet you have a fold-out instruction sheet which shows you how to put the figure together and build the little stand and put all the beat bits on there. It has some more advertising for the app, and then it shows the build of the little sort of storage compartment there on the back. So there's some interesting parts in amongst this. So we have this, which I'm assuming will be common to all of the beatboxes. So it's like a clear display. It's a bit frosted on the side, but clear at the front, which is obviously where we're going to be looking at the figure through, I'm assuming. We have a sort of a light blue rounded edge piece. We've got this rubberized piece here, the handle piece with these end bits, which I think connect on to some new unique parts. We have this part, which looks like the storage container where the tiles actually slot in. So again, interesting colors and the pink there. And then we've got this piece. So there's a lot of new sort of molded parts in here. So we've got joiners on the back, we've got bloody clips on the side, we've got obviously this is where I think the minifigure stands, and then we have two bags with the minifigure and tiles in them. So let's put this together and take a look at it. Okay, so here is the mermaid. So that's her little display case there with the rubber band. There's a new sort of rounded piece that sort of clips on the outside there to hold that in place, and it all goes together. There's a bit of an ice cream pattern on the back there. But let's show the features of one of these beatboxes so you can see how it pulls apart. Okay, so I'll just run through the features on this one. I won't do this for every figure, but basically, yeah, the handle can sort of come forward. You could probably squeeze it around, but it's a rubberized handle. It feels like it's on there fairly solid. Like these things really lock on to the side there with a little clip piece that goes onto them. And then on the back we have the tiled part. Now you can actually, well, it's a bit tricky, but you can take that off. Oops, and there's all of the spare tiles, so you can just sort of slot them in there, but they're then just held in place by the lid. So it is probably the preference would be to sort of have it down on its side before you take the lid off, otherwise they're all going to pop out and go over the shop. But you can also put the actual guitar in there as well if you wanted to store that. So that's the back section, and then this just clips apart. If we can pull that apart, so you'll see there we have a little clear display piece, and then this has the ability to fold out, and you can see then the tiles, and you can also see the minifigure. So the tiles are interesting. I like that X-ray one. There's one with the trombone. A few repeats. I like the little mummy one, is a really cool one as well, and the little 8-bit sort of Lego man up the top there. And there we have the actual minifigure. So she again has that sort of waffle cone, sort of a very sort of music and sweets together. So she has the sort of the dripping ice cream pattern from her corset, has the seashell on the top, Has some really nice printing on the face. Again, little spots around the eyes, bit of eyeshadow, and then that really cool molded hair piece sort of blowing out to the side. It'll be good to get that in like more normal colors. I think that'll be a really great piece. And then we've got the standard guitar piece, but it's got some new printing on it, some pink with some white. And then if we have a look at the back of the figure, so just turn this around. So there's a little bit of printing on the back of the torso, no printing on the tail of the fish, of the mermaid piece. But yeah, so that is the minifigure. So next up we have the Hiphop Robot. So there he is in his little case. So we've got the sort of gears on the side and then a little beatbox back. So that's not too bad. Again, storage space in the back. If we pull this apart and we fold him out, so you can see then the plates that we've got. So we've got some new, and there's some metallic print on them, some metallic gold on that top one, and the little guy breakdancing. There's a little steel Jamaican drums. So there's an interesting one. There's a cowboy surrounded by crabs, and then a couple that we've got before, and all the ones in the back are all ones that I've got in other sets. So the actual character has some very nice printing on the legs. He's got like little circuit and resistors and transistors and basically microchips on his pants. He's got printing on the belt. He's got a couple of USB plugs hanging around his neck together with a little musical note. There is printing on the sleeve, so there is pattern down the sleeve as well as a little print at the bottom of the sleeve. And then the face, it's a molded head. We'll take that off. So basically we've got the hair and the little display, really nice molded piece. We'll get the figure off there. So he comes with a printed face, which is really nice. Like, I like the eyes, they're sort of a gold metallic print. Has a bit of a contour to the face, and he's got the eyebrows happening. He's in a metallic silver sort of head. He has a couple of these little arms on the back, one of which is including holding a gold microphone. And then yeah, the helmet piece has a little sort of equalizer display on it, very sort of Cyclops-esque. There's a port on the back, so you'll be able to maybe use this for other things. And then there's the sort of French fry style hair coming out of the top, so that just clips on the top there. But then what we might do is just take this off and take his little back rig off, just so you can see the printing. So there is printing on the back, so there's more circuitry there, and there's a little crown. Yeah, so some really nice printing. Again, lots of gold, lots of metallic printing. They really spent, I think, a lot of the money on the printed tiles and the printed minifigures in this particular series. Okay, next up we have the unicorn. So again, the case has a little hearts on the side. There's a little sort of face built up of a unicorn with hearts for eyes, a little horn, storage in the back, and then this clear part comes off. And then we have this, which we can fold out, so you can see then again some more metallic prints there. There's one with a kitty microphone, there's a flying cat, there's a castle at the end of a rainbow, and then some of these are ones that we've previously got or I've got in other sets. And then you'll see on the unicorn there is silver and purple printing on the boots, there is a star on the side, there is arm printing. You'll see the little musical note and rainbow up the top there, and a little sleeve on the collar. There is speckles of silver all over the jumpsuit with a little star and a rainbow at the top. And then there is a printed record in purple that has a little star sort of flashing through the sky. And then the face print has little stars and dots on the nose and on the side of the cheeks beside the eyes. It's got the mouth printing. The horn is done in a sort of metallic blue, and then it's that coral sort of bright pink for the hair. And if we have a look at the mold, we'll just take the figure off here. So we have a tail on the back that fits in, and there's more printing on the back of the top, and then you can see the head there with that molded, so that's all solid plastic. And yeah, so a really nice sort of horse design there, unicorn design. So I do like the hair with more sort of a swept look, as opposed to just the static sort of hair sitting down on the shoulders. So that is the unicorn. So next up we have the punk pirate, so you can see him in there. It's got a lot of coral and the sort of teal blue. We've got a little bit of an anchor motif on the back there, and that's the display box there. And if we pull that apart, we open him up. Okay, so basically we've got some new ones. So there's a couple of pirate themed ones up the top there. There's a sort of a groovy sort of Austin Powers one dancing down the bottom. I love the drummer with the multiple arms sort of drumming away. So there's some nice ones there. And then if we have a look at the figure himself, so we've got this amazing sort of anchor guitar. So it's got printing on it. It's pretty unique and unique shape. It's just an anchor, but it's made as a guitar. But we'll move that out of the way if we can get that off his hand, so we can have a look at the figure. So he does have a peg leg. There is printing with a hook hanging on his checkered pants. He's got the torn off top with the skull and crossbones. He's got the sort of jacket with the metal lapels down the side. He's got a couple of buttons on there, including an anchor. He's got the tongue out. He's got the he's even got the cut through the eyebrow, and he's got the skull eye patch on. He's got a little fish, looks like a little anglerfish, on his arm as a tattoo, and he's got a wristband. And then on the other side he has a skull biting into a bone, and it's, yeah, some amazing printing on these. He also has the hook hand, and then he has the mohawk happening on the top there with the teal sort of headband hanging around the back. And if we turn him around and have a look at the back, so the back of his printing has this ship in flames going down, and it's either tentacles or flames, but it's basically being pulled under the water. And then there's also little silver sort of hearts and stars on the top of it. So that is some amazing printing. Again, all the money has gone on the printing in this series. So next up we have the Alien DJ. Oops, knocking my lights over here. So he comes with the very light lime coloured handle. We've got a little bit of a DJ with the green pattern on the bottom there. Storage in the back. And if we pull this apart, I think his record has fallen off. So we open that up. So there is a printed record. Put that back in his hand. So what we have is more tile prints, so a few more unique ones. There's a sort of girl with glow sticks. There's an explosion. What else have we got? Anything? I don't know if I've seen that guy running at the top of this side, but that's the figure there, and obviously he has the printed record tile. It's got the head that looks like a MacBook, old school computer. It's see-through. It's like a Mac had sex with Bart Simpson, and this is the cross breed that you got. And we've got printing on the feet. We've got the stop and fast forward buttons on there. We've got printing on the knees, on the hips, on the side of the legs. We've got the pattern going down the side of the arms, and then we've got that head mold. So I'll just pull that off, and we can have a closer look if we can get. So if we get some light there, you can see it's sort of a trans clear blue molded in the two different colors. So it's got the blue on the side there with the white around it. So it's a very nice print for the head. And again, you know, all of the figures have been very well printed. So there he is, Alien DJ. So our final beatbox is the Party Llama. So he's become sort of the spokes llama for the Vidiyo series. So again, a very garish container here, sort of similar to the pattern on his shirt. We've got the pattern on the back there, and obviously storage in the back. And then if we pull it apart, and we open up the Party Llama. So we have a look here. So we've got a few more printed tiles, so a couple of new ones there. The girl in the shower, the sort of 3D printed one up the top. We've got the crab cowboy again. There's the Party Llama one over the side here with the maracas, and a jungle one, and a guy singing in the snow. So there's some interesting ones there. And then if we have a look at the Party Llama, so he comes with the silver roller skates. He's got striped printing on his pants down to his knee pads. He doesn't have any side printing on his legs. He does have a belt buckle printed. He's got the shirt with a sort of Aztecian style pattern on there, and he's got the little gold, metallic gold whistle hanging around his neck. He's got the two maracas, there's no printing on those. He has the little armbands, so it's just the rainbow style armbands. And then you've got the printing on the face and the muzzle. He's got a couple of little printed pieces on the cheek, a couple of little stripes, and then he has the stripes printed on his sunglasses. And then the molded head, obviously the llama head. So we'll just take him off. You can see the back, so you can see that there's more printing on the back of his singlet top, and you can see all of the fur that's molded in the head. So that is the Party Llama. And then on this shoulder, he actually has a couple of little triangle prints. So he only has that on one side. So that's pretty cool. So that is Party Llama. So that is the Vidiyo Beatbox series. So $25, it's pretty pricey for what you get, which is effectively just a minifigure and a whole bunch of tiles. The build for the little beatboxes is quite nice, but at the end of the day, you know, I'm not sure whether people will be actually carrying these around with them or not. And you know, it's a lot of money for what you're actually getting, and you know, you're paying for all these exclusive and new parts. So I don't know if it's value for money. The minifigures are great, like the printing on all of them. The accessories are really excellent, but if you're not using the app and you're not going to be using all the access to the music, then you know, I would wait maybe to get these on discount.